Hello, hello.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 84570222543 is not available. The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages at this time. Goodbye.
Okay, try this again. Having trouble connecting with Austin Greene. Let's try this again. Eight 845-702-2543. Hello, hello.
Hello?
Hey, Austin, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. How's it going?
Hey, good man. I don't know what was happening there. I could hear you, but you couldn't hear me. I don't know. Bad connection, I
Yeah, I
guess.
don't know.
Well,
I
cool,
guess
man.
I'm in the library right now, so.
All right. Are you at school?
Yeah, I'm in school. I'm walking out
All right.
so we could speak.
All right. Don't get thrown out of the library, man.
No, I know, right? What happened to me?
What school are you going to?
I go to Dutchess Community College. It's a school in Poughkeepsie,
Okay. All right. Right on.
in New York.
Very cool. I got some business partners that hang out and live in Garden City.
Garden City.
That's right outside the city, Manhattan. I don't know, about 20 minutes. It's on the island,
Okay.
but I don't know where Poughkeepsie is. But,
Yeah, it's like Dutchess County.
I'd have to pull up a map and check that out. Well, cool, man. Did you make it out of the library yet?
Yep, I'm out the library.
All right, man. My name's Doug, man. I work with Matthew Beju and Mike Gazzola, talking about the Amazon coaching and mentoring program that you applied for here. What, just the other day, right? Well, about last week.
Yeah. Yeah, about last week I applied. I wrote my application in, and then we spoke the other day.
Right. Did you speak with me?
I think, no, I spoke with, I think it was like Petite Brody. Emailed me back and said I was gonna get a phone call. I'm not quite sure who it was, but
Yeah. Petite. Yeah, Mike and Matthew. Sometimes they need to get their. That's the name of one of their supplement companies, Petite Body, a brand.
okay, yeah, that's what I figured. I was like, Petite, there has to be something.
Yeah, it's Mike and Matthew's supplement brand that they sell on Amazon. Petite Body is one of their fat burner pills that they sell and make a lot of money with. So very cool, man. Well, look, my name's Doug. I'm the guy that you're going to be speaking to today about your application. I've read through it, Austin. Looks like you're ready to go out here and conquer the world and
Yeah.
and join forces with us to teach you how to go out here and make some massive residual income leveraging Amazon, man. So I'm the guy that's going to be chatting with you today about the opportunity to work closer with us. So sounds like you heard about us from the podcast, right?
Yeah, I was listening to the podcast, and then like I did some more research, and then because I went on to the AmazonSecrets.com after I listened to the podcast, so I was like, I had to apply.
Right on. So the podcast hooked you.
Because I was just, yeah, I didn't listen to it in my car and wherever else. Yeah, the podcast hooked me.
Right on. And then you went to the AmazonSecrets.net, applied. You were able to watch that video all the way through with Matthew kind of going through all the steps and showing the kinds of income and stuff that these guys are generating. What'd you think about that video?
I thought it was really cool how he was just doing it, and like he had the knowledge and was trying to help other people figure out and do it, start their own business, and give them like the steps of how to do it. And wasn't like, he was like, I don't know, listen to the video, he seemed like a great guy. Like he seemed like he was funny listening to him, like not like has like what he was saying was funny, but like the way he was like speaking, I just felt like I connected with it, so I had to like keep listening to it.
Yeah. That's his genuineness. Matthew's very humble, genuine, straight shooter, normal guy. He's
Hmm.
not very hypey. That's probably why you resonated with him. I did too. I'm his highest earning student of all time. Matthew's been my coach and my mentor for over 5 years. So I'm where you were, but 5 years ago. So right on, man. So do you have some time to talk right now, Austin? I mean, you're in the
uh,
library. I mean, I don't know if you've got classes going on right now. I don't. We're going to get into a lot of
I
shit.
have I have class in 30 minutes, but I mean, I could have the whole 30 minutes to talk, and I could tell my teacher that I have a phone call. That I need to speak, so
Right
I need to
on.
talk.
Yeah, man. I can zip through some stuff really fast. I don't want to rush a lot of stuff because a lot of this stuff is really, really important, man. This is a kind of a
Okay.
you're at the prefaces of being able to make a life-changing decision here. To be able to be a part of this group is a big deal. And I don't want to rush it. So I don't want to feel rushed, you know, delivering you
Definitely.
the education. I need to give you a lot of knowledge, man, so you can make a very sound decision to either join us or not join us. And that's going to take a little
Okay.
bit longer than 30 minutes, and I don't want to do you the disservice of not being able to give
Uh-huh.
you the time that you deserve to make a big decision like this. So do you want to reschedule a time that works better a little bit later
Um,
today?
what time do you think would work better? I'm trying to think because I have work later today, so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think I think right now because I'm able to be late to class. It's not like it's like the end of the world. Or how long do you think it would be? Like 2 hours
No,
conversation or
no, it'll
like an
probably
hour?
it'll probably go about an hour, man. It'll go about 45 minutes to an hour. I'll try to go through it
All
as
right, yeah,
quickly as I can. You want to just go for it?
yeah. Let's go for it. And then if I have like any questions right after or something, I'll write them down. And then I'll call you when I have like a free time so you can explain more.
Yep. Sounds good, man. I'll
Or,
probably
yeah,
I'll probably answer all the questions you have. I doubt very seriously you're going to have a lot of lingering questions because
yeah.
I'm going to cover a lot of material.
Okay,
Do you have pen and paper handy and all that kind of good stuff?
yeah. I have pen and paper.
You're
I'm
in
just
the
gonna find a seat somewhere.
you're in the library, man. You should definitely have pen and paper, huh?
I have my bag on me. I walked out. Remember?
Yeah, yeah.
Come on. So now I need to find a spot. They have like quiet studies, but I can't be talking. So I just need to find a table I could sit there, talk,
Yeah, I got you,
and
man.
get my notepad out. But okay. Hopefully there's not too many people down here.
Yeah, and,
I'm walking down
there-
a flight of stairs right now.
that's all right, man. Take your time, bro. Yeah, we'll have some back and forth, so you're gonna want to have to be somewhere where you can talk and
Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, I found a spot where I can talk. I'm actually gonna put it on my headphones so I could write.
right on. Go for it.
Alright. Can you hear me now?
I sure can, man.
All right, awesome.
Okay, bro. So Austin, man, tell me, you know, why Amazon, man? What's got you so fired up to want to do this?
I think that Amazon's going to be expanding more than it is now than it will be in the next couple of years, and I think there's still room for people like me to make money in Amazon. And it's not just like I want to do more than just Amazon once I get like affiliated and know like actually like step by step like how to master this like the techniques and everything so I could implement it and make an income off it and maybe make a career doing it.
Hmm.
So that would be good for me. But Amazon was just like a start for me. So I listened to the podcast and then I looked into it with the FBA shipping and everything. It seemed like it was not easy at all. I have like a lot to know about like the fees and a bunch of other things I have no idea about. But it looked like it would be like an easier task for me to do, and like I'm motivated to learn more about it.
Hmm.
And I just listened to the podcast. It seemed like they were explaining that anyone could pick this up if they really wanted to and accomplish it if they had the mindset. So
That's what this
that's what I
all
thought I
is.
could. That's what I thought I could do. I think I have the mindset, so I could do this.
Yeah. So you said Amazon's just a start for you. There are other things that you want to do outside of Amazon, more revenue streams, or what are your bigger plans? Is there more behind
Yeah.
that?
Um. Yeah. Well, I'm in business in school now, but I was looking into getting to like maybe some like real estate, like apartment selling, and then try to expand from there as well. But I need money, obviously, to buy like apartments and real estate. That's more expensive than what the Amazon would be.
Yep.
But
Smart boy.
I'm just, yeah.
Multiple,
But I'm just. What were you gonna say?
That's multiple streams of revenue, man. It's very, very, very,
Yeah, that's
very, very smart.
yeah, that's what I'm looking to do. And as of now, I'm in college, and it seems like, I mean, I'm learning stuff, but it's not like they're not teaching me the things that I want to learn, and like the things I actually want to do. They're not like coaching me. They're just telling me the information, and it's like, all right, you'll have a test in 2 weeks.
Right. They're telling you what? I'm sorry, I missed that last part. You kind of cut out. They're telling you what in 2 weeks?
It's like they're not. It's not like it's not like they're teaching you how to like make money. They're not doing anything like that. They're
Right.
not coaching you either. They're
Right.
just you're there to pay them, and they're there to just get their pay.
Deliver principles out of a textbook that have no fucking relevance in the real world.
Yeah,
If
fucking
they're
paying $200 a textbook.
right, I got you.
Like,
I hear you, man. I
and
didn't.
these teachers, they don't. You buy the textbook, they don't even teach it. So it's crazy.
Yeah, right. Okay, man. Cool. So, what are some of your? So, if I think I have here in your application, you said that you didn't want to put, a real income number on it, but if you were making $125,000 or more in 12 months, you'd be super super pumped, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So your financial goal, man. If you woke up and you were making 10 grand a month, 10 grand a month, you'd be happy as a start.
At the start, yeah, I'd be very happy.
Okay, 10K per month. Now, is that gross or net?
Um, I mean, hopefully that might be like the net profit I would be making, but
Gotcha. Yeah, man. Okay, 10,000 net per month in your first year. If you were doing that in your first year, you'd be a happy man.
definitely.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean that's some significant revenue. So what are some of your other? I know you want to go into real estate, do some other things. What are some of your personal goals that you're hoping to, outside of, financial type goal, which we just covered, but what are some of the personal goals you're hoping to obtain from joining a program like
More
this?
probably helping out my parents, like doing things like they want to do for like the past 20 years. They've been helping me out.
Hmm.
I've been living at home, living like I have a job. But they living with them, living off them, and I would want to give back to like what they've done for me and kind of like show them like that they put me in like the right path to like succeed and like that I'm not like
Fair.
going to be like a failure or something like that. So personally, I would want to show my parents that like I've done something positive and then like have a better aspect on like life and know what I'm going to be doing.
Very
I
cool.
don't feel like they don't have like a worry about me,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then I don't know, I would look to help a lot of people. Like if I had like money, I wouldn't just keep it like all to myself. I would obviously like reinvest into whatever like I'm doing, but at the end of the day, it's not like all about like yourself. It's about like doing stuff for others that really don't have things that you have like leisurely.
Hmm.
So I would look like into that, but like personally for myself, like I like going to the gym and doing stuff like that. So maybe like if I can vibe off that, because I'm pretty fit and like it's fun for me to like be active. So I don't know, it's like I could go do like say like hiking somewhere that like I would want to go. Like I don't know, a vacation where I could do like something physical activity wise and enjoy it for myself.
Right
and
on.
like not have to worry about taking time off of like work, because like I would be building the income like assiduously, and it would just be there, and I wouldn't have to like stress as much.
Right. Okay. Um, got it, man. Got it. Okay, took a bunch of good notes there. Okay, cool. I think I got a good idea, man, of where you're wanting to go and what you're wanting to do, and the type of lifestyle that this program like this will be able to help you provide, which it definitely will. Let me tell you, Austin, who I am, man, and why you're on the phone with me. I just told you before, I'm Matthew Beju's highest earning student of all time. I've been an online marketer, man, for 12 years. I've been doing this full time, grinding it out online. I left corporate America a long time ago, man. I'm only 44 years old, but I'm an old salty dog out here in the old internet marketing world. I've done a lot of stuff. I'm a seven-figure a year earner. I'm a partner in this company with Matthew and Mike. Um, I met Matthew in 2012. I used to be a big-time viral video marketer where I could, before YouTube came around and squashed out my software, I could make videos go really, really viral back in the day, 7, 8 years ago. And I built huge newsletter databases of subscribers, man. And I would sell advertising, I'd sell traffic. Advertisers, people with products and services would come to me and they would want me to blast out their emails to promote their products and services to my list of subscribers. So I'd have, 750 to 800,000 subscribers on my list, and they'd pay me upfront advertising dollars to do that. I started that company 12 years ago. I still own it today. I own and operate over 5 different online businesses, man, multiple streams of revenue. So your mindset is spot on, bro. You could definitely leverage
Okay.
something like this to start jumping into other avenues of real estate or other investments, right? Or other opportunities that you could leverage off of making an insane amount of money on Amazon. Your head's in the right place, man. Multiple streams of revenue is where it's at, okay? Because you're not putting all of your eggs into one basket, right? So
Yep.
I met Matthew in 2012, Austin. I filled out an application, bro, just like you did, but it was 5 years ago. Matthew taught me how to rank video to the top of YouTube for any keyword phrase and to the top of Google for any keyword phrase in the organic search, basically overnight. I can still do that to this day. I can still drive a video to the top of Google and to the top of YouTube. Hey, and do you mind muting your phone? Because I'm getting all kinds of background stuff. Or
Yep. Yeah. No problem.
you there? Okay, cool. All right, yeah, that's way better. Whew, all right. So Matthew taught me how to rank video, man, to the top of YouTube, top of Google, and there's about to be a pattern here, Austin, that I'm about to expose for you. And I know you're on mute, so I'll if I ask you a question, you go ahead and unmute it, and we'll go from there. But um, he taught me how to rank video top of YouTube, top of Google, and he had a skill set that I wanted. I filled out an application just like you did. The program at that time was called Instant Customers for Life. All right, so I filled out the application. I got on the phone with him. I watched him from afar. He sucked me into his universe just like he sucked you into his with the podcast and the videos. He did the same thing to me. I just watched the videos and consumed them all, was hanging on every word, and it was just undeniable proof that this guy knew what he was doing and he had a skill set that I wanted. I watched him for 3 weeks. I applied. I got on the phone with him. I knew I was going to hire him before I even, got on the phone with him. At the end of the day, when we had a chat, I hired him on the spot. Best decision I ever made. Um, I went on to tell him, I said, look, I'm going to be your highest earning student of all time. He kind of chuckled and said, yeah, right. And then about 6 months later, when I started making just as much money or him, or just a little bit more money than him, deploying the strategies that he taught me, he called me up and it's like, no shit, man, you are the highest earning student I've ever had. You're even doing the same amount of revenue that I'm doing with my own strategies. So we became good friends. We became business partners. We did some projects together in 2013. In 2014, after I'd been under his wing for a couple of years, and again, I'm big into multiple streams of revenue. I was never going to put myself into the position of just owning one company with one business. That's just not the way I think anymore. I just think multiple. So I started my own supplement business with a guy out of Garden City, New York. His name is Rob Martin. We formed a company called West Martin Longevity. My last name is Westmoreland. His is Martin. So we formed West Martin Longevity. We sell supplements. You can go check out our website, westmartinlongevity.com. We're selling some supplements on Amazon right now. Um, But I launched that business using a lot of the strategies and tactics that Matthew taught me in those 2 years of me being with him. And I started that business and drove it up to $4.5 million in earnings in the last 2.5 years. Um, when Mike and Matthew, well, I'll go back. We just got a big joint venture capitalist check. I'm going to be launching some more projects into the first quarter of this year and the second quarter. But when Matthew and Mike called me up in January of last year and told me what they were up to with Amazon, I literally couldn't sleep for weeks because, Austin, I know how hard it is to sell product online. It's incredibly difficult. The hardest thing in the world to do as a marketer when you jump online and you jump into this space as an online marketer, an online entrepreneur, the hardest thing in the world to do is to move the needle and make somebody or convince them enough to build enough trust and loyalty to where they pull out their wallet and want to buy your shit. It's incredibly difficult when somebody just sees an ad on Facebook or in an e-zine, an article, or a Google ad, or an email blast, or whatever form of marketing that you choose to use. It's incredibly difficult to convince that person that your stuff is really good to where they just take out their wallet and buy your stuff. It's insanely hard to do. You better know what you're doing, or you can lose money faster than you can spit on the ground. But when Mike and Matt told me about Amazon, it just made all the sense in the world. Um, Amazon's already done all of the hard work for us. They've created the trust, they've created the brand, they've created the loyalty. Do you ever go to Amazon without the intention to buy something? You can unmute your phone.
No. If
Neither
I'm
does.
going to Amazon, if I'm going to like a website, I'm looking to buy it or highlight it and then buy it in a week or so.
Right, yeah. Nobody goes to Amazon really without the intention to buy something. They're pretty much already
Yeah.
sold, right? So the hardest part of marketing is out the window. You don't have to be an incredibly sophisticated marketer. I just hired a consultant for $40,000. I had to pay him so he could build an elaborate sales funnel that moves people off of a Facebook video ad to take a survey that leads them to a sales funnel to buy my Televite multivitamin. I got to pay him 40 grand to put it together because it's not easy to persuade people to just pull out their wallet and buy your shit right there on the first setting, right? It's incredibly difficult to do. On Amazon, that doesn't exist. They're going there to buy somebody's shit. It's going to be either your shit or somebody else's shit, but they're going there to buy it. The matters is can they find you, right? Can they find you? And that's all we're here to
Yeah.
teach you how to do is to find the right products that have low competition where we can outmarket the other marketers, get your listing to the first page for a handful of keyword phrases so we can siphon or shift those purchases from other people that are selling like and similar products, shift the orders from them to you because we can outmarket them. That's all this is, man. This isn't rocket science. It's not brain surgery. Amazon has created this incredible phenomenon, this incredible wave of consumerism. You're absolutely right. There's a ton of room for growth. Mike and Matthew have done they live in this stuff every day. We feel that Amazon's probably only reached about 10% of their growth potential. There's tons of room. It's like the wild, wild west right now. If you know what to look for inside of Amazon's platform, you can make a crap load of money. If you don't know what to look for and you don't know how to market, you're probably going to sit there and your product will collect dust on the shelves. I talk to people every day that think they can do this stuff on their own, right? And they're like, I tried to do it on my own, but now it's time for me to come back to you guys because y'all obviously know what you're doing. I've been trying this for 4 months and I haven't sold, I've sold 10 products, 10 units of a product. I need more, I need help. So this isn't this isn't brain surgery, man. It's not rocket science. We just got to outmarket other people. So I started my Amazon store, Austin. This past summer, I enrolled as a student for the second time in my life because I have never sold anything on Amazon in my entire life. I have no idea how it worked. Never done anything there before. So I enrolled in the course. I was a student for the second time in my life again with these guys because I knew they know what they were doing. Um, I started my store. I've got 7 items in my store. I'm doing $27,000 a month in sales, 14 grand a month in net profit, and I've been doing this for a little bit more than 7 months. There's students that have been here in this program for only 60 days that are already doing what I'm doing in 7 months. Doing almost $1,000 a day in sales. That's $500 a day in net profit. You can make this as big or as small as you want. It's completely up to you. Um, That's my story, man. That's my background. Like I said, I'm a partner in this business with Mike and Matthew. We wanted you guys to hear this from the perspective of a student, to where I can answer all your questions, tell you what this is, tell you what it isn't, right? But the biggest thing that you need to hone in on my background, I've done very, very well in my life. I say that very humbly because a lot of my success is due to Mike and Matthew and inviting the right people into my life to teach me how to leverage the internet, right, and monetize it. Is you need to hone in that I'm a student, man. I made my decision 5 years ago, and I've been riding this train ever since. I'll follow these guys to the moon and back because they've put an extreme amount of money in my pocket. I'm a seven-figure a year earner, primarily due to a lot of what these guys have been teaching me. So you need to hone in on that I'm a student, man. I'm an average guy. I've done some online marketing, but I'm by far not the sharpest marketer in the room. That's why I've got to hire somebody for $40,000, right, to come build a funnel for me, because I don't have those skills, man. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a business owner. But you give me a system like Mike and Matthew have, a blueprint to follow, a success track to run on. I have the desire to create multiple streams of revenue. I know where I'm going in my life and what I want. And when I see the opportunity, I jump on it. Amazon to me was a no fucking brainer, just a no brainer. Um, Mike and Matthew make it easy because they give you the system. If you give me a system and you mentor me and you make yourself available where I can call you if I have some questions, I'm a dangerous man because I've got the desire and the passion and the self-discipline to show up every day and get to work. There's no free rides here. This is a coaching and mentoring program. It's not a done for you service. Nobody's going to do anything for you, but they're going to give you all the knowledge and education that you need to go out here, man, and dominate Amazon and just totally dominate Amazon and make a lot of money. They're going to give you the knowledge to do it, but you still have to show up. That's my background, man. That's why I'm here. Um, that's why I'm here to talk to you, man. So you can unmute your phone now. Sweet.
Okay.
So I got four
Yeah, that
parts.
was great.
Yeah, man. I got four parts of the call to work through here with you real quick, and then we'll let you run off to class, and we'll just see if this is something for you, Austin, or not. Um,
Okay.
so the first part of of what I'm going to explain to you is what we call our method and our process. Okay, our method and process, how we do things over here. The second part of the call, I'm going to break down the return on investment. Every good business owner needs to understand his or her return on investment, and you need to understand how you're going to scale the business. To me, that's the most important part of the call. Right? Then I'm going to break down the commitments, the four commitments. This is an intimate relationship with Mike and Matt. This is a 3-month relationship with these guys. Not only are you inviting them into your life to lead you, to coach you, to mentor you, right, to teach you how to do this, but we're inviting you into our life as well. That's why there's an application process. That's why we want to talk to you to make sure that we're inviting the right people into our lives as well. So we have four commitments that we ask you to commit to before we offer you a seat in the program. Okay? And if we don't see eye to eye on those things, then maybe this isn't a good fit. Okay, but we'll determine that at that point in time in the call. And then I'm going to talk to you about the deliverables of the program. If we make it past the commitments, we'll talk about the deliverables of the program, how we're going to get you the knowledge that you need to go after this, and how we're going to deliver that to you, how we're going to deliver the education, and how we're going to support you, okay, in this program. So let me ask you one last question, Austin, before we get started. What do you think's the one thing that's holding you back from being able to wake up 6 months to 7 months from now and be putting 10 grand a month net profit in your pocket every month? If I can do 14 grand a month in net profit in 7 months, do you think you can do 10 grand in net profit in 7
Yeah,
months? Absolutely, man.
I would hope so.
You absolutely
Yeah.
can. As long as you have the drive and desire and you're not a slug, and you don't want to
Mhm.
give up on your dreams and you want to be something, you want to create something, of course you can. There's no
Yeah.
reason for failure here. When I get into if we make it to the deliverables and parts of the call, I'm going to make it very clear that we're not going to let you fail. The only person that will make you fail is you, by not showing up, by not participating, by not engaging in the program, by not asking questions, by not calling out for help when you need it. You're the only outlier in our formula. Our formula works. We have a very high success rate for people who are hungry, man, who are hungry, who want something better out of their life, who want to not sit there and punch the damn clock for the rest of their life and trade time for money, right? That's not what we're here to teach you
Yeah.
to do. We're here to teach you freedom. We're
Um,
here to show you that there's another way to go out and leverage the internet and this amazing platform that Amazon has created and open it up to all of us normal people, 3 years ago when they opened up fulfillment by Amazon. So it's going to be all up to you, man. So let's just dig in and go for it here. So the first thing's our method
all
and our
right.
process, Jason. I mean, not Jason, I'm sorry, Austin. I'm looking at somebody else's application.
I'm
Did
sorry.
you did you hear us talking about Jungle Scout?
Yeah, yeah. I heard about the Jungle Scout.
Okay, cool.
I actually, I looked into it and like I just started like looking at it and I purchased it just to see how it would go and just see like what it is
Cool.
about it.
Did you play around with it?
Yeah, I played around with it. It's neat. It's sick.
Yeah, dude, it's
There's a lot of, yeah.
you're gonna be addicted to Jungle Scout like people get addicted to crack. All right, you're gonna live in that software because it holds
Yeah,
all
I
of the
haven't
gold.
really been sleeping.
You've been
I've
using it a
been
lot.
I've been just like researching, just like looking up a bunch of different things, putting it in Jungle Scout, putting it in Amazon, just seeing like
Awesome.
how it actually like all like plays part, just
Yeah.
so I could get a feel of it and then expand what I need to know.
Yep. Whenever you start to learn the formula of what to look for in Jungle Scout, which is what we teach in the program, you think you couldn't go to sleep before? Wait until you know what to look for. When you know what to look for, you can't go to sleep at all. It's like you're on a treasure hunt every night, or every day that you're using Jungle
Yeah,
Scout. You're just scouring through their platform looking for gold bricks laying around all over the place, and they're there. They're all over the place when you know what to look for and use Jungle Scout. So when you use Jungle Scout, I'm sure you've already seen, you're going to see a lot of people making a crap load of money. All right, and we're going to ask you to dismiss those pie in the sky type thoughts of, man, if I could just break in, to selling baseball bats. These guys are selling 60, 70 bats a day. If I could just do that, I'm gonna get rich. It doesn't work that way, man. When you start off in Amazon, Austin, you're as a brand new seller with a brand new product, for the very first time, you're the low man on the totem pole. You've got to work your way up into those higher echelon, higher volume type products. We're not going to teach you how to come into here in your first day, get a product that's going to make you 50, 60 orders a day. It's just not going to happen. All right. Amazon doesn't allow it to happen. That's an irresponsible way to think, and we're not going to let you think that way. What we're going to do is give you the mindset of, hey, Austin, let's go out here and let's just take what Amazon's going to give us. Let's find the low hanging fruit. So you're going to be using Jungle Scout to assess and find products that have low competition, meaning the marketers are subpar, right? There's people selling these items and there's a lot of daily volume being moved that's worthy of our time and attention, but the people marketing those products suck. And then we know that we're better marketers than them, and we can immediately jump over the top of them and move your listing to the first page for a handful of keyword phrases where people are going to find you instead of finding these subpar guys that don't know what the hell they're doing. So we're going to look for products that have low competition, meaning the marketers suck, but have great daily volume that it's worthy of our time and attention. So we're going to identify those products by using Jungle Scout, and we're going to teach you how to launch those products. So in this program, our method is to help you find those products that are going to make you $1,000 to $3,000 a month in net profit. Then you're going to find another product also that's going to make you $1,000 to $3,000. Then you're going to find another one. Then you're going to find another one. Then you're going to find another one. And you're just going to keep stacking them on top of one another until you're making a crap load of money. So if you wanted to make a $10,000 to $20,000 a month in this program, which is very easy to do, all you have to do, Austin, is find 10 products that'll make you $1,000 to $2,000 a month in net profit. Does that sound like a ton of money?
yeah.
It is a ton of money, but when you break it down, $1,000 to $2,000 a
No,
month isn't
yeah,
that much, right? You just keep stacking on
no,
top of each other. So $2,000, if you've been paying attention to the videos and stuff, man, if you're netting $2,000, that means your gross sales are around 4 grand. because you've been listening, right? 50% profit
Yeah.
margins is kind of what we run at. So
Uh-huh.
$4,000 a month in sales may sound a little high, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But if you break it down, if you're selling a $30 product, okay, a $30 product, to generate $4,000 in gross sales is only 133 orders a month. Breaking it down a step further, divided by 30, that's only 4.4 orders per day. Does 4.4 orders per day sound unrealistic to you?
No, that sounds very realistic.
Dude, when you start
You
breaking it
you
down
found the
into
right.
the chunks,
Yeah.
it's not a lot, man. We could help you do 4.4 orders a day in our sleep. In our sleep. All right, that's not a lot, but you got to find the right product, right? And you got to have the right marketing principles and the right guys on your team, which you do, that can help you manipulate Amazon's platform and drive your product to the top, right? So you heard us through the podcast. Let me tune you into a few clues here, all right? Success leaves clues. Do you think it's an accident that you heard Mike and Matthew's podcast on iTunes?
No, I don't think so at all.
We know how,
An accident? I don't know.
well, do you think that it's
I
an,
think
let
I
me
was I
rephrase it.
think I was searching for it.
Well, let me rephrase this. Do you think that it's an accident that Mike and Matthew have two podcasts in the top 10 in the business section of iTunes? Do you think it's an accident that Matthew's new podcast, that's only been up for about 3 to 4 weeks, is the number 9 podcast in all of iTunes? Do you think that's an accident?
No.
Yeah. These guys are master
He knows what he's
marketers, man.
talking about.
They know how to manipulate. The point I'm trying to make is they know how iTunes' algorithm works. They could drive any podcast, and they could teach you to, by the way, which we do in our program. Take any podcast in the world, right, and drive it to the top of any category in their sleep with their hands tied behind their back. They could do it. All right. They could take a podcast next week and drive it to the top of the health section in iTunes, and do it without a question. All right. Another clue. I told you 5 years ago, Matthew told me how to drive videos to the top of YouTube, to the top of Google. They do that. I can still do that today because I understand and I know how YouTube's algorithm works. I know how Google's algorithm works when it comes to ranking video to the first page of their organic search. Do you think that they know how to take products in Amazon and know their algorithm to drive products to the top of Amazon? There's a
Yeah, yeah.
There's a pattern here, man. They can dominate iTunes, they can
Mhm.
dominate YouTube, they can dominate Google, they can dominate Amazon. And Amazon's great because I don't know if you know this or not, but 50% of all online sales in the United States of America last year, let that number sink in for a second, 50% of all online sales in the United States happened inside Amazon's platform. 50%. They own 50% of the market, of the online market. That's insane, right? If a million people go to Amazon in the next half hour, 500,000 are leaving with a purchase. It's crazy. You're damn right that there's room for growth. These guys are going to take over the world. They're knocking out brick and mortar retail outlets left and right. Um, so the point that I'm trying to make is there's a lot of money to be made inside of Amazon platform when you have the right people on your team. So that's our method, that's our process. We're going to be very realistic, Austin, conservative when you start off in the beginning, and we're just going to take what Amazon gives us. We're going to take those low-hanging fruit items that we can say, "Oop, this product meets the formula. I can make a couple of grand a month on this product. I'm happy with that. Go get it." "Oop, here's another one. That one can make me a couple grand. Go get it." That's all we're going to do. Predictable, repeatable, and scalable. If you want to make 10 to 20 grand in this program, which you definitely can do, find 10 items that's going to do $1,000 to $2,000 a month. That's only 4.5 orders a day. That's nothing. And we just keep doing it over and over and over and over and over again until you make the kind of money that you want. Make sense?
Yeah.
All right. The next
Complete
part,
sense.
what's that?
It made complete sense. Yeah.
Dude, we know that we're going to make money, Austin, in a product before we ever go work with our team in China to get a sample. We already know we're going to make money because we put in the proper research, because we know the formula. Mike and Matthew have this thing down to a science. If this formula doesn't, if the product doesn't meet the formula, we stay away from it. If it's too competitive, we stay away from it. We don't go into products that are doing 50, 60, 70 orders a day that are filled with these highly sophisticated marketers who have that product in that category covered. It's too damn competitive. There's too many sophisticated marketers that are better than us when we're starting out, right? So you need to understand your place in the scope of Amazon. You have to climb each rung of the ladder in the appropriate manner. So when you start off brand new, you need to just take the low-hanging fruit, right? Don't try to overextend yourself. Now, when a year goes by and you've got more authority, more longevity, and you've been here for a while and you've built up your seller's rank, then you can start to go compete for higher competitive items that you can go carve out your niche with. But in the beginning, it's like saying, I want to go from T-ball to the major leagues and play baseball. You can't do that. You got to go through high school. You got to go through college. You got to get drafted. You got to go to the minor leagues. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
sometimes you skip a few divisions, but most of the time you've got to go through the course. It's the same thing here with Amazon. But until you gain enough strength to go after products that may do 40, 50, 60 orders a day, you need to just keep going after the low-hanging fruit. Amazon loves sales and they love reviews. The more sales you get, the more reviews you get, the stronger you get. Right? It's like going to the gym. You bring on another product, you add more weight onto the bar. The more sales, the more reviews you get, the stronger you get. And you just keep going, boom, 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 boom. And then one day, when you're strong enough, then you go play with the big boys. But you don't go up to the bench and put 400 pounds on the bar if you've never benched in your life. It's just not how it works. So that's the method process, man. ROI, that's the next part of the call. All right, this to me is the most important part of the call. This really needs to sink in for you to be able to pull the trigger and say, yes, I want these results. Yes, I want Mike and Matthew in my life to teach me this shit so I can go out here and make a lot of money. So the ROI, say you raise your hand, say you're on board with us. You bring us into your life, all right? You've done all the research. You're following our program. You're doing everything the way that we're teaching you to do it when it comes to finding what products to sell. And let's say you invest $3,000 into your first round of inventory. And you're going to spend $1,500 on each product. You're going to bring 2 products on. Okay, you're going to spend $3,000. You're going to bring on 2 products. You're going to spend $1,500 on each product. Okay? And let's say each one of these products costs you $2.50, all in cost. Your shipping, your unit cost, your logo, the packaging, all that stuff is $2.50. You've stacked up all your competitors and you know you can sell this product for $25 all day long. Okay? So that's a 10 times markup. If you've been paying attention into the videos and stuff, you know that we're going to really push you towards looking for 10 times markup products, right?
Yep.
Okay. So item number 1, you've invested $1,500 into it, divided by your cost, $2.50. That means you've got 600 units on the shelf in Amazon's warehouse ready to sell. Right? Item number 2, you're into it for $1,500 divided by 250 is another 600 units on the shelf in Amazon's warehouse ready to sell. So that's a total of 1,200 units, right? Between item 1 and 2, that's 1,200 times $25 means you've got a retail value of $30,000 worth of retail valued products sitting on the shelf. You invested $3,000, you're sitting on $30,000 worth of product. You with me so far?
Yep.
Okay. So now let's say you go through all the rest of the training, right? Which is the real reason, honestly, Austin, why you're hiring us, right? It doesn't matter that you've got great product. That's only half the formula, right? That's only half the secret sauce. Finding a great product with a great profit margin that you feel will move, that's just the first half of the secret sauce. The second half of the secret sauce of why you bring us into your life is how do you go take those 2 products and jam them to the first page of Amazon for keyword phrases for people looking for your stuff. So they buy from you rather than your competitors, right? So let's say you start implementing all the magical marketing things that we're going to teach you to do, all the tactics, all the strategies, all the tricks, all the tips, everything that we're doing to dominate page 1 of Amazon. And you hit the button on your store, you do all that, you hit the button on your store and you're live to collect your first month's worth of orders, all right? You're now officially open for business, ready to collect money. So let's say item number 1 averages about 3 orders per day. All right, that's only $75 a day in sales. That's your first month average, not your first day average, your first month average. And then item number 2 averages about 3 orders per day. Again, $75 a day in your first month. Every day you're doing 3 orders per day on average. So let me stop you right there and ask you, Austin, based on everything that you've seen on the videos, you've heard on the podcast, just common sense about Amazon, Does 3 orders per day sound unrealistic to you?
No.
No. Especially if you got two
It sounds.
seven-figure Amazon earners in your pocket, right?
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, the real honesty
Uh
here,
huh.
man, is if you don't believe that these guys could help you do 3 orders per day, we shouldn't even be talking on the phone. We should just hang up right now. 3 orders per day is nothing. And I'm doing this on purpose, man, just to show you the power of what 3 orders per day is. If you truly believe that these guys can help you do 3 orders per day, which they can, this is a no-brainer decision for you to get involved to bring us into your life. If you don't believe it or you're skeptical in any way, then we should just hang up now, man, and tell me, do you think these guys could help you do 3 orders per day?
Yeah. I think they can.
100%, man. Or we wouldn't. We shouldn't.
100%. Yeah. There's no doubt.
We shouldn't. We shouldn't be in the business of coaching anybody if we can't help them do fucking 3 orders per day. I mean, we should pack up our bags and go home, and we should go back to college, right?
Yeah. You need to find a new coach.
We should be we should go be one of those those bonehead professors teaching you in front of the room a bunch of bullshit that doesn't work, right?
Yep.
So
Mhm.
yeah, we could do 3 orders per day in our sleep, man. So what does that look like on paper? Let's break it down. So if you've invested $3,000, right, you're sitting on $30,000 worth of product. It's a 10 times markup. If you've paid attention and watched the videos and all that stuff, you know that we run at 50% profit margins. Right, so when you collect all that $30,000 and you get that $30,000 worth of gross revenue, after Amazon takes out all their fees and all the shipping fees and all their 15%, and you run inside of our model, you're gonna run at a 50% profit margin all day long when you do 10 times markup products. So when you collect the 30 grand gross, you're gonna be left with 15 grand in net profit. Okay. So here's where the rubber starts to hit the road. How do you get to the 15 grand? How long does it take? That's always the question that everybody has. How fast can I get the 15 grand? Well, let's put it to paper here. And I want to make this so damn conservative so it's believable. So you can truly believe it. Because if you believe it, this is a no-brainer. All right? And that's what I'm trying to do on purpose. So if you average 3 orders per day times 30 days in a month, that's 90 orders a month, but let's just say it's roughly 100 orders a month to keep the math easy. So 3 orders per day times 30 days in a month is roughly 100 orders per month. So let's play in this scenario, Austin. No matter how hard you work on these two products, no matter what you do, for whatever reason, we can never break through 3 orders per day. They're stuck there for the rest of their lives. You can never get higher than a 3 order per day average. So month 2, you only do 3 orders per day on average for each one of these. Month 3, month 4, month 5, month 6, you can only do 3 orders per day. Well, if that's the case, you're going to sell out of your inventory in 6 months, right? Because you started with only 600 units of item 1 and 600 units of item 2.
Yep.
3 orders per day, the shelves are empty. You've sold out. You've collected 30 grand worth of gross revenue. So in 6 months, you will have turned a $3,000 investment into $15,000 worth of net profit. That's a 5 times return on your money. And all it took to do that was 3 measly orders per day. So let me ask you, where do you think you can go and take 3 grand of your hard-earned money, plug it into some little side business or some little investment or whatever the hell your buddy's got going on that you think sounds like a good idea? Where do you think you can go and put 3 grand cold into something and turn it into 15 grand in net profit in 6 months? Anywhere that you know of?
Probably not legally, no.
Dude, that's usually my line, bro. You stole it. You stole
Really?
my line. Yeah. It's not legal. Unless I did talk to a cannabis entrepreneur in Oregon the other day, and he said, "Well, I guess I could go sell some weed. I could make that kind of money selling the weed." And I was like, "Well, man, well, you got me. Yeah, you could probably sling some weed and make 15 grand, but most of us don't have access to cannabis,
No.
So I know it's not legal. Is it legal in New York?
No, it's not legal. I think it's legal medically, but not like recreational. It's like only like if you have like a serious it's like something like cancer or something where your doctor prescribes you.
Yeah, man, I'm down south in Louisiana. This shit's nowhere close to being legal down here.
Yeah.
But anyway, man, yeah. So what if you did, man, that was great. I invested 3 grand, I turned it into 15 grand. Let's do that again. So what if all you ever did was launch 2 products in your store, Austin, all right? You invested you did it for a year. You just did it for 12 months. If you just did it for another 6 months, you did it for the first 6 months, you made 15 grand. Oh, let's do that again. Let's do another 6 months. So if in 1 year, if all you ever did was launch 2 products in your store that only did 3 orders per day and never ever grew, you will have invested 6 grand to generate $30,000 worth of net profit. So $30,000 minus your six leaves you with 24 grand. If you just quit and stopped, you'd stuff 24 grand in your pocket in your first year in cash. All right. If they only had 2 products that did, 3 orders a day. If you did 4 products that only did 3 orders per day and never ever grew, you'd stuff $48,000 to $50,000 in cash in your pocket, straight to the bottom line in your first year. If you did 6 products that only did 3 orders per day and never ever ever grew, you'd stuff $72,000 to $75,000 in your pocket in your first year. So I'm going to ask you again, and I do this on purpose. Do you think you could do, or these guys could teach you how to do 3 orders per day?
Yeah, 100% I could.
Do you
If
think?
I learned how to do this, yes.
Yeah, of course,
I
right?
think I could do more than that.
Well,
Yeah.
absolutely. 3 orders per day is ludicrously low, but I'm doing it to prove a point to show you how much
Uh-huh.
money is in 3 orders per day. So it bypasses any fear that you have, any risk that you have that you think you're going to lose fucking money here, because you're not. This is a life-changing deal to bring these guys into your life to teach you to leverage the most powerful online retailer on the planet, Amazon. Amazon created this phenomenon. We didn't. We're just master marketers that know how to ride the hell out of it, that know how to master it. We're better marketers than all the people that are on here. There's a bunch of subpar marketers here, man. All we got to do is be better than them, right? And we are better than them. So I'm proving a point at 3 orders per day. Of course you could do way more than 3 orders per day. 100% you can. But do you think you're going to lose money? What if you only did 3 orders per day for 6 items? 75, you do about 75 to $80,000 in your first year. Do you think you're at risk to lose any money?
No. Not if you start with the 3K investment
Well,
and then keep.
yeah,
No, I don't think there's anywhere to lose any money if you're sitting on it and never growing at 3 orders a day.
right.
No.
This is all a mindset, like you said in the beginning, where your mind's got to be right. You got to be ready to be an entrepreneur, be a business owner. You got to take the leap. You've got to decide to bring these guys into your life. There's a tuition involved here. They're going to coach and mentor you for 3 months. And the point that I'm trying to make is there's a lot of money on the table here just at 3 orders per day. Now, what's more realistic? Austin is 5 orders a day. All right. Most students who come into this program hungry, ready to get to work, when they come out of the gate, 5 orders a day is typical. All right. 5 orders a day is typical. If you roll up your sleeves, you're hungry, you're ready for a change in your life, you're tired of going to college and learning a bunch of bullshit information that's not going to make you any money when you get out, right? And you're ready to take your life into a different direction, and your mindset's right to not sit there and exchange time for money for the rest of your life, and you want to own a business and start setting up multiple streams of revenue. If you're that hungry, 5 orders per day is something that you can easily obtain here. If that's the case, you're going to turn a $3,000 investment into $15,000 in 4 months, not 6. And then if you wanted to project all of those numbers that I just gave out to you, just project it with 5 orders a day, and it starts to get it starts to almost double the numbers that I just threw out to you. All right. So if you did 6 products in your store, you're probably going to do around 140 grand in profit in your first year, rather than 75 at 3 orders a day. You still with me?
Yeah, I'm still with you. There's just some background sound, so I put it on mute.
Cool, gotcha, no problem. So that's the ROI, man. Any questions on that, bro?
Um, I got a lot written down. How? Well, you said before. I guess I'm just gonna ask now. You said like there's a tuition fee. Like, what is like? How does that work with how would that work out? What's the price? I guess.
Yeah, for the coaching and mentoring program.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me tell
You
you.
could get to that whenever if you could keep going on. It's fine.
Yeah, man. I'm definitely going to cover that for you. The next part of the call, man, are the 4 commitments. these are important to cover. Then I'm going to tell you the deliverables, and then I'm going to tell you the tuition, and we'll just see if this is something you want to do, man. Straight up, just ask you, do you want to do it or
Yep.
not? So the first commitment is time. You got to be willing and able to dedicate 10 hours a week to your Amazon business, all right? It's a coaching program. It's not a done for you service. We're not going to do any of the work for you, but we're going to teach you how to do everything. We're going to support you. We're going to answer all your questions. We're going to make sure that you can execute everything that we teach. And if you get stuck, we're going to make sure 100% that you get unstuck. You'll never be left alone. But it's 10 hours a week, something you can commit to.
Yes.
Okay. The next commitment that we ask you to commit to is knowledge. You got to learn the system from Mike and Matthew and them alone. There's a lot of information online about how to do some of this shit in Amazon. You don't know the good information from the bad information. So if you go out and read some blog post about how to do keyword optimization from some quote unquote Amazon expert and you implement that into this system, you'll probably break it. And then you'll go, well, Doug told me 3 orders per day was easy. Well, it's not easy when you take somebody else's shit and put it into this system because you're going to break it, right? So you can't, if you're bringing these guys into your life to coach and mentor you, right? You can't go outside the system and learn from somewhere else and then implement it in here because it won't work. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you got to commit. Can you commit to learning the knowledge that you need to do this from Mike and Matthew and them alone and tune everything else out?
Yes.
Okay, cool. The next commitment is resources. This business takes money in order to make money, and to do it properly, you want to reinvest your profits, Austin, back into your business for the first 6 months until it's self-sustainable. So what does that mean? If you make $3,000 in your first month, don't take $1,500 out and put it in your pocket. Leave it in the company, right? And then use those profits to reinvest it back into the products that made you the money. And then the excess profits you use to scale into products 3, 4, 5, and 6. Right? So you just keep reinvesting all your money. Don't take a dime out of the business for the first 6 months. Just reinvest it back into more products until it becomes self-sustainable. And then when you're somewhere like around where I am in 7 months or 6 or 7 months, you're making $14,000 a month. Then go ahead and pull out a salary, right? A modest salary. Start paying yourself and rewarding yourself, and still leave a lot of profit in there so you can keep continuing to scale. Makes sense, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. And then the next part in the resource section is the minimum that you want to be able to invest into your first round of inventory is at least a couple grand, man. You know, like the scenario that I told you earlier, $2.50, you get 600 units at $1,500. I don't know if you're going to get into a $2.50 item or a $4.50 item. Okay, it all kind of depends, but you need to earmark around a couple of grand to at least launch your business with. Is that something that you can commit to from a resource perspective?
Yeah, that's something I could commit to.
Okay. And I see here on, oh, Matthew's like blowing me up on Skype, man. 1 second. All right. Let's see. The next part is, I think I'm looking at your application. It says you've got 6 to 10 set aside. Is that correct? To start a business?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
I have
good.
like some like 6 to 10 like around there. Also like I was like the person that I work with, he like owns like a business, and he was like gonna maybe like provide some more money too. So I don't know like how that would work within this, if like that's a thing that I would be able to do, and then in 6 months give him like his cut, if you know what, like.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I
Yeah.
mean, you guys we accept partners all the time. Like 2 people can come in and both invest in the program, and you both can get access to it for one price. You don't have to pay double or anything like that. So you could split the cost with a business partner if that's what you're saying.
Yeah, like split the cost, and then in for like also with the investments, like I have 6 to 10. Like if I have like 3,000, he has 3,000. That's the 6. Or if I have 5, he has 5. There's like the 10.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
So it
man.
wouldn't be like okay.
Yeah, that's totally acceptable. Totally acceptable. You could split the tuition. You guys could be partners. He could even get access to the program, um, 100%. So you guys could go in together. We'd give you access to the webinars. I'm about to get into the deliverables. So you guys could both have access to everything. No problem. And then obviously whatever you do with the profits is totally at your discretion. I don't know if one
Yeah,
of you is going
okay.
to be doing all the work or if both of you will be doing some work, but we allow you to come in with a business partner to split the cost of the tuition if that's what you're asking.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So the next part is there is a tuition here. Are you guys committed to using the resources that you have at hand to bring Matthew and Mike into your life so they can coach and mentor you for 3 months? Are you committed to using those resources to get the education that you need to be able to go out here and do this?
Yeah, committed to using those resources.
Good. The last commitment is you got to be a strong decision maker, Austin. You've got to decide that you're ready for your life to take a different path. You've got to decide that you're ready to commit to something, right? If you're not going to commit to this and you truly want to be able to help out your parents, right? If you truly want to have leverage to be able to have the ability to even think about getting into real estate, right? I'm sure at one point you want to get out of living in the house with your parents. If you want to help others that are less fortunate, right? If you want to spend more time in the gym and you want to go on adventurous vacations, hiking and traveling and having more time freedom, if you're truly, truly serious about those things, you have to decide that you're ready to commit to something to go get them, right? Or if you're not ready to commit to those things, then just stay in the community college, right? And keep listening to those bonehead professors gobble off a lot of nonsense that's not going to help you, which you already know, right? You know what they're giving you right now is not
Hmm.
going to help you make money. Here's something that can help you make money and be successful. So I can't make the decision for you, man. I can only show you the door. My job here is to provide you enough information for you to be able to make an educated decision, right? So you have to walk through the door. I already walked through the door. On a scale of 1 to 10, man, right now, 1 being the least excited to make a decision to get started today, 10 being the most excited to make a decision to get started today, where are you right now?
I'm at. I'm excited. I'm out of 10, but I don't want my excitement to like my my hormones or something to weird my decision. But I'm excited.
You should be,
So
man.
like an 8.5 like area.
So you're a 10, but you want to just scale it down for me? So you're at, so you're
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah.
I hear you, man. All right, I'll take your 10, I'll take your 10 for what it's worth because you know, uh, I see what you're doing, man. It's all good. But let me see here 1 second, man. All right, so I'll take your 10 and I'm going to run with it. But I'll be excited for you. How about that?
All right.
All right, man. So here's what you're going to get when you decide to enroll, man. The first thing you're going to get when you decide to enroll is a welcome email from Matthew. 1 second, real quick, man. I need to get Matthew something. He needs something really important from me. Hold on. I apologize.
That's fine.
Let's see here. 561. Uh, okay. All right. Cool. Sorry. All right. So the first thing you're going to get when you decide to enroll is a welcome email from Matthew. All right. Inside the welcome email is a link to your members area. This is where you're going to create a username and password. You're going to get into your membership site, and inside your membership site are 4 video training modules sitting there waiting for you. Okay, it's 12 total hours worth of pre-recorded video content. All right. If you have a business partner, he can get a welcome email too. He can create his own username and password and go through the program right along with you. Okay. You guys can do it together. So it's
All
12
right.
hours worth of content. It's all pre-recorded. This is self-paced learning, Austin. You've got college, you've got a job, you're doing double duty there. So you're going to go through this program when you have the time at your own pace. You can go as slow or as fast as you want. All right. Each video training module is specifically designed to be 1 week's worth of homework. All right. So video training module number 1 is an hour and 47 minutes long. All right. And it's going to take you a week to execute all of your homework assignments from that video training module. So you're going to go from knowing nothing about Amazon today, right, until in 6 weeks, you'll be launching your store, you'll be live, and you'll be collecting orders, right? That's the goal. If you're putting in your 1 to 2 hours a day, your 10 hours a week, absolutely, you'll be launching your store in 6 weeks, taking orders and making money. So in a month and a half, this starts to turn profit, okay? The videos are broken down as such. So when you log into video training module number 1, Mike and Matthew will be inside their members area, just like they were on those other videos. And they're going to show you every single step. All right. They're going to say, okay, hey, welcome to, the Amazon Inner Circle. This is video training module number 1, step 1. Let me show you what to do. So I want you to go to your seller's account right here, guys. Go to this link. Open up this page. I want you to go to this tab inside your seller's account. I want you to fill out the form this way. I want you to select these 3 options. I want you to click next steps, and then I want you to click save and update. Pause the video and go do that now. So you simply watch them execute a step, all right, and you pause the video, and then you go do what you just saw. Then they go to step 2, and they show you what to do in step 2. Go grab this, copy it, paste it over here, select these 3 radio button options, click save and update. Do that now. You pause the video, and you go do what you just watched. Yeah, they do that over and over and over again. From step 1, video training module number 1, to step 50, video training module number 4, all right? Everything is spoon-fed to you in bite-sized chunks and steps. So you just focus on the task at hand, you complete and execute on the item that you need to do, and then you move on to the next one. You focus on it, you watch them do it, you go do your homework. You don't move on to the next step until you complete that step. Then you move on. Boom, boom, boom. Everything that we do is linear in order in the way that it needs to be done. Those are the video training modules, all right? The next deliverable in the program is what we call proactive coaching. All right, your first live coaching call for this program is going to be next Monday, April the 10th. All right, it's a 1-hour live webinar. That's the next class that we're starting. All right, we have a few spots left in this class. Not exactly sure when the next class will run. It's probably going to be in about 3 months. We don't have any date set yet, but we've got about 3 to 4 seats left as far as I know of as today. So if this is something that you and your partner want to move forward on, I would suggest that you guys rally up real quick after this call and get back with me because the seats won't last very long. So what this is, it's a 1-hour live webinar. All right. As you're going through the video training modules, Austin, at your own pace, Mike and Matthew are going to be on these live webinars every Monday night at, let's see, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Every Monday night for the next 12 weeks, you're going to attend these live webinars. All right. It's a 12-week, 3-month program. So they're going to be going through each module live with you on the webinar, breaking down every trick, every tactic, every marketing method that they're deploying to dominate the first page of Amazon and make massive amounts of sales. They're going to be showing to you live. They're going to be inside their seller's account, showing you their products, showing you their sales, showing you their conversions, showing you everything that they're doing to just dominate Amazon. Will be covered in these live 1-hour coaching calls every Monday night for the next 12 weeks at 9 p.m. your time. At the end of the live webinar, you're going to have a chance to raise your hand. And you can ask Mike and Matt, all right, any question that you want. This part of the call, the webinar is not timed. They're not going to get off the webinar until they answer every single question that you have. All right. If you've got 15 questions, they're not going to get off the webinar until they answer all 15. All right. If you miss a call, it's okay. I wouldn't recommend too much of that, though. They're recorded and they're put into your members area. All right. The only thing that sucks is you didn't get to participate in the Q&A if you missed the call, all right, the live call. And that's okay too, because that's why we build in a safety net called reactive coaching. We're going to give you private cell phone access to both Mike and Matt. All right. This is the same their same phone that their friends and family use, man. You're going to have unlimited access, Austin, Monday through Friday, day or night. It doesn't matter. If you get stuck, if you don't understand something, if you hit a roadblock and you can't move your business forward and it's a Wednesday afternoon and you need help, you pick up the damn phone and you call Mike and Matt. All right, we use a service called Voxer. It turns your phone into a walkie-talkie. You simply pick up the phone, bloop, bloop, bloop. Hey, Mike, Matt, this is Austin, man. I need some help. I just don't understand, a keyword optimization section in video training module number 3. I'm just stuck. I need a little bit of hand holding. Can you help? Can you, I'm kind of stuck today. Can you phone me back and can walk me through it? Hey, Austin, it's Matthew. Hey, we'll walk you through that problem, man. What's going on? And they'll just walk you through it. We're even going to go as far, Austin, you're using Jungle Scout. Your first homework assignment for that first week of being in the program is all about finding products that meet the formula. So you're going to be combing through Amazon's database. You're going to narrow it down to 4 products. all right, that you feel meet the formula. So at that point in time, when you feel like you have everything whittled down in your first week, all right, to the 4 products that you feel meet the formula, you pick up the phone, you Voxer Mike and Matt. Hey, Mike and Matt, this is Austin. I'd like to schedule my product consult call with Alex. Can you guys set that up for me? And they'll go, sure thing, Austin. Let's set you up with Alex. We'll get you scheduled for tomorrow at 2 o'clock. How about that? Okay, great. You're going to get on the phone, Austin, with Alex, our product consultant coach, for a half an hour. He's going to rip apart all of your data and all of your research. And he'll look at your stuff and he'll look at what's going on Amazon and he'll say, Austin, products 1 and 2, congratulations, bro. These things meet every aspect of our formula. You should have no worries, no concerns at all that you should get into 3, 4, 5 orders a day with this product, no problem. All right, so we're going to sit on the phone with you, man, for a half an hour and rip apart all your research so we make sure that you don't do a loser product, right? That you don't, overrun your supply lines or try to get into a product that's too competitive or maybe a product that has too much volume. And he may say, products 1 and 2, man, go work with the team in China. Congratulations, you found your first 2 products, man. You're going to kill it. These are fantastic. And then he may say products 3 and 4, Austin, I don't know about these, man. They're just too competitive. The profit margins aren't right. The volume's too low. I would kick these to the side, man, and just focus on these first 2. So we're not going to let you fail, man. That's the point that I'm trying to make. So if you get in trouble, if you want help, having people research, tear apart your data for your first few products, you're never more nervous than when you're pulling the trigger on your first order. That's when you're the most nervous. Am I going to pull the trigger and hear crickets and I'm not going to move crap and I'm going to be stuck on products that's going to be sitting on the shelf collecting dust? We're not going to let that happen, man. We're going to be here for you. We're not going to let you fail. So I don't know where you think you could go, Austin, out online where you can get the private cell phone access through Voxer to 2 7-figure a year earners. For 3 months, you get to reach out to these guys unlimited Monday through Friday, ask them as many questions as you want. With this one feature alone, how is it that you think you could fail?
I'm not sure. You would have to tell me how.
You'd have to give up on yourself. You'd have to give up on yourself and your dreams. Yep. You just have to not show up. You'd have to not participate. You'd have to get behind in your homework assignments and give up and say, this is too hard. I don't feel like doing it. If you're here and you reach out to us and you show up and you engage and you roll up your sleeves and you get to work and you reach out for help, we're going to be here for you, man. But if you sit on the ground and you fall down a couple times, skin your knees, and you sit there laying on the ground crying like a little baby and you won't get up or ask for help, we can't help you. You got to show up. But if you show up and you run out onto the battlefield, we're going to run out onto the battlefield with you, but we're not going to grab you by the hair and drag you out there. You know what I'm saying? The only way to fail in this program is just by giving up and not showing up and not going after your dreams and passions. That's the only way to fail. The student is the only outlier in our program. The next deliverable that we give you, man, is our Facebook Mastermind group. This is where all of our students hang out, all of our past graduates, and people that are going through the program, okay? You can ask us questions. Hey, have you guys ever run into this issue? Or have you guys ever seen this? We'll happily answer all your questions. We've been there and done that before. You can use us as another layer of support. The big secret, super hidden power, though, of the Facebook Mastermind group, though, is, Austin, it doesn't matter if you're launching your first product or your 20th product. We're going to teach you how to go into Amazon, create a free voucher for your product, right? You're going to come back to the student group and go, hey, guys, I'm giving away all these free calculators today. Come get your free calculator. We'll grab your voucher. We'll go to your listing. We'll buy it for free, and then we'll pound you with 5-star reviews. All right, so if you're looking at your formula correctly, you're going to immediately leapfrog over, catapult yourself over all of the other subpar marketers. If you're looking at your formula right, you're just going to jump over the top of them basically overnight. Incredibly powerful. Obviously, Amazon's algorithm is derived heavily on reviews, right? And we're going to leverage this large population of students that we have to give you that huge kickstart out of the blocks that you need to just push you to the top. Make sense?
Yep, that makes sense.
And then the last deliverable that you get in the program is our personal Rolodex of every single vendor that we use in our business. Every single vendor that we use in our business from A to Z, we've spent thousands and thousands of dollars making mistakes so you don't have to. You're just going to plug into our people, all right? The big one is our team in China. We worked with or interviewed, Austin, over 14 sourcing agency companies in China. We now have our own exclusive team in China right now, dozens and dozens and dozens of team members that are ready to roll up their sleeves and go to work for you right now. So it works like this. So when Alex tears apart all of your data and says, hey, calculators, Austin, fantastic, man. You did a great job. Go work with Jing and get your sourcing agent done. You'll get on the phone with Jing and you'll get assigned a sourcing agent, your own sourcing agent. And you'll say, hey, I found all these calculators. Here are the ones that I like. You'll show them links off of Alibaba, links off of Amazon, right? You say, these are the calculators I like. They're going to go away from that conversation. They're going to go find you the highest quality factory in China that produces the highest quality calculator that meets your specifications. All right. Then they're going to start mailing you free samples. You don't have to pay them any upfront money to do any of this. All right. They're going to start mailing you free samples. You're going to touch the calculators, feel them, make sure that they're good because you're about to put your name on them. You want them to be high quality, right? You don't want your customers getting a crappy calculator. So you'll finally fall in love with one of these calculators and say, this is the calculator that I want. You'll get back on the phone with your sourcing agent. You guys will work on the entire order together, everything. Where the logo goes, how many quantity discounts, what's the minimum quantity order, what's my quantity discount schedule, all of this stuff. What are my packaging options? You'll put the whole order together. Right? They'll go negotiate the price with the factory. Then the order will get placed. You guys may decide to do 400 of these calculators, right? They're going to physically go out to the factory, Austin, when these calculators are getting produced. And when those first like 15 or so calculators come off the production line and put into the packaging and got your logo all over them and all that kind of good stuff, your sourcing agent will be right there and they'll tell them to stop the machine. They're going to do what's called a QCR, a quality control run. So they're going to be inspecting the calculators for any kind of defects. They're going to make sure that the packaging is done properly, make sure your logo's on there properly, that everything is to the T done properly. Once they sign off on the quality control run, they'll tell the factory to turn the machine on and produce the other 400, right? Then when all 400 come off the line, they'll do another quality control check to make sure nothing squirrely happened during the manufacturing process. The factory will never receive a dime of your money until your sourcing agent quality control checks the entire order and it's bound for the United States, headed for Amazon's warehouse is the only time the factory will get paid. Okay? The only time. So there are eyes, our ears, our boots on the ground, our employees over there to make sure all of our products are done properly and all of our business affairs and all of our business is conducted properly in China. All right. Huge. We couldn't do it without these guys. We know, love, and trust them. We've been working with them for a long time. They're fantastic at what they do. You're also going to get all of our other vendors. Who does our logos? Where do we get our UPC codes? Who does our backlinks? Who does our product descriptions? Everything that we do as marketers, we outsource some stuff to some vendors. We're just going to tell you, hey, here, go use these guys for your graphic design. Go use these guys for your UPC codes. Again, we've spent thousands of dollars making mistakes, so you don't have to. You're just going to plug into the people that we use right now, current in our business. That's the program, man. Those are the deliverables. Any questions on any of that?
The sourcing agent is like within the team,
Yeah,
so we could utilize him, or is he like a extra? Is he a fee, or is he like within the
good
program?
question. Yeah, there are team members, but they're working for a percentage of the order. So say you spent $1,500 on those calculators. You did 400 and they say they cost you, $3 a piece, right? Or that'd be $1,200. So say you spent $1,200 on calculators. You're going to pay him $120 to do all of that work that I just described. You're going to pay him $120 to do all of that. That's it.
Okay.
He's going to work for 5 to 10% of the overall order price. So once he's going to ask you for a 30% deposit, when you guys go place the order for the calculator, and let's say it's $1,200, $1,200 times 30%, you're going to have to pay him $360 for a 30% deposit. And then once the order ships and leaves, you'll pay him the balance. 1,200 minus 360, you'll pay him $840. All right. But the overall fee, you're only going to pay them $120, 10% of 1,200. So he's doing all of that work for you for 120 measly bucks, pennies on the dollar. Make sense?
Yep, that makes sense. I just had my phone on mute. There's people around me screaming.
Yeah, it's all right, man. It's all good. Any other questions, man, about the program? It's okay if people are behind you.
Let me look through. I think So like with the private consultant, there's like he every time, like if you send him a product, it's like hit or it's fail or great, or fail or sell, you know?
Yes.
So there is really no that you. I mean, I wrote it all down what you were saying. So
Yeah, man. There's no room for failure here. We're not going to let
yeah,
you we're not going to let you fail. We're going to make sure you're picking products that are going to move, right? And we're going to just tell you flat out, because we're going to spend a half an hour on the phone with you when you start.
yeah,
You won't need us forever. But yeah, we're going to jump on the phone with you and make sure that you're not going to pick a bum product. Something that's just going to sit there and collect dust. We're not going to let it happen, because you're going to get on the phone with Alex for a half an hour and he's going to rip apart your research. He may even tell you,
okay,
hey, Austin, you swung and missed on all four of these. He's going to tell you what you did wrong. And so you can go back out and do it again and get it right and come back with more data, and then he'll rip it apart again. You know what I'm saying? So we're not
yep,
going to let you pick a bum product. It's obviously huge. It's huge, right? So you're never left alone in this
yep.
program, man. We're not going to let you fail. We're here for you every step of the way. We're not going to let you fail. Any other questions, man?
Um, maybe two. So the way, oh yeah, which way? How does the homework work? It's like, can you just like give like an example of like what would it be for like a week or something like that?
Yeah. Um, so like your first week's homework assignment, when you watch video training module number one, the bulk of video training module number one, it's an hour and 47 minutes long. Probably about an hour of that, we're teaching you the formula. Okay, we're teaching you the
Okay,
formula of how to use Jungle Scout, what to look for with seller's rank and volume, and how many products are being moved a day. So we're teaching you the formula, okay, in video training module number one. So your whole first week's homework assignment in the program is to get into Jungle Scout and start tearing apart Amazon to find products that meet the formula, to pull out your Excel spreadsheets. By the end of the first week, you should have identified 4 products that you feel meet the formula, and you should be on the phone voxering Mike and Matthew to schedule your product consult call with Alex. That's your first week. All right.
okay,
Then Alex gets on the phone with you. He rips apart your data by the end, somewhere around the end of the first week. Like, you may be able to rip apart Amazon super fast and you spend 5-6 hours, for the next couple of days ripping them apart. You may find them in 2 days. You may find 5 items in 2 days, not a week. You get on the phone, you schedule a product consult call with Alex as fast as humanly possible, right? And then as soon as Alex blesses a product or two and says, "Man, great job, Austin. These 2 products are killer," you get on the phone with your sourcing agent and you get your samples going. It's going to take about a week to get your samples in. So while you're waiting for your samples to come in, you're moving on to video training module number two, and this is where you start to learn all the marketing secrets that we do. Keyword research, right? So you're starting to do keyword research. What keywords are people typing in to find your calculator, right? What are they typing in?
okay,
Mathematical calculators, calculators with solar panel calculators, battery powered calculators, best calculators of 2016, scientific calculators. People are typing in all these different keyword variations looking for calculators, right? So you're going to start identifying keyword phrases that you feel fit best for your product, right? Where people type these in, that Amazon's algorithm is going to be, spiders are going to be crawling your product description. You're going to be embedding them into your product description, so you're found for the types of keyword phrases that you like. So video training module number two, you start to get into all the marketing strategies of keyword research, right? How to write your title. You start looking at what type of logo and brand do you need, and you start working with the designer to get your logo done in like the second week. Stuff like that.
okay,
You got to go get your UPC codes. You got to put your UPC codes. You're creating your label. You're starting to think about your packaging options, so you can get UPC codes put on there. So everything that we do in the program, man, is done in order. But those are some examples of some homework assignments. Does that help give you a little bit of clarity?
yeah, that helps it out. So it's like the homework is doing steps that are gonna and like help what I'm doing, do what I'm
Exactly.
trying to explain.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah. When you get
Uh,
into the program, man, and when you're going through the video training modules, and remember, Mike and Matthew every week are going to be going through all of this stuff live with you too, and you're going to be asking questions. Everything that we do is in order. So you're going to go through step one, and you're just going to focus on task one, and you're going to get it done, and you're not going to move on to task number two until task one is done. Because everything syncs to you, just like you're snapping together pieces of the puzzle. So you've got all these puzzle pieces out on the table. You're going to grab one, put it down. You're going to grab the second one. You're going to snap it to this first one. You're going to grab the third piece of the puzzle and snap it in place. And after you keep doing that every single day by doing your homework assignments, in 6 weeks you've put the whole damn puzzle together, and it's done one piece at a time in the order that it needs to be done in. So all you have to worry about is we're going to bring you this thing in a linear fashion and build on each single step because it's done in the order that it needs to be done in. We're not going to put things out of order. We're not going to teach in theory. We're going to say step one, do this, and then you can't move on to step two until you do it. And then step two, do this. Don't move on to step three until you do it. You're just going to focus on one task at a time. So if you're showing up 1 to 2 hours a day, 10 hours a week, you're going to snap in every puzzle piece, boom, 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 over the next 6 weeks. And everything's done in order.
yeah. Okay.
All right, man. Any other questions, bro?
All right. Um. Maybe about. Yeah, I think I missed. I think no. I heard you say about the Facebook Mastermind group, like the way you were talking about the reviews. You guys like
Yep.
help each other out, like with like promoting, like as you said, like a free calculator, and then everyone will go like purchase it and like review it,
Yep.
and then okay,
Yep. So
and that's boosting. Like, what is that doing for for like the business? Like building, is that just building reviews on the one calculator? Is that building reviews on like
yeah.
other?
Yeah, it builds reviews on your calculator. So if you're looking at the formula right and you're looking at all these other marketers who have other like and similar calculators, right? And they've got
Mm-hmm.
like 7, 8, 9, 10, 30 reviews, right? You're going to jump over them basically overnight because we're going to leverage the 250 students that are in the Facebook Mastermind group that have graduated or in the program. I think we're getting up to close to 250 to 275. Students that have been through the program or are currently in it. We're going to leverage all of those guys, so they're just going to pound you with 5-star reviews. When you go onto Amazon, don't you look at the reviews?
Yeah.
Yeah, so does
Yep.
everybody else, man. So this
Yeah.
calculator, you'll just start off with like 40, 50 reviews, 5-star reviews. You know what I'm saying? So we're
Yeah. I know
going
what you're saying. Yeah.
to reviews are a huge part of Amazon's algorithm. All right. They like to rank people that have lots of reviews. So the more 5-star reviews you have, the more leverage they're going to give you by ranking you higher. All right. Inside their platform. Right. Products that have lots of great reviews get a lot of favoritism. They start pushing you up to the front part of the pages for keyword phrases for people looking for your products. So we're just going to slam you with shit tons of 5-star reviews. So you're going to leapfrog over all of your competitors basically overnight by leveraging the student population.
Okay. And that's before selling the product, or you're just giving like out like a X amount of quantity of that product to the group members? Like, you know what
Yes.
I'm saying? Because like all right,
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead and ask your
you
question.
explain that a little bit. So
Yes.
like, I wrote down like the free voucher, and then like, how does that work? Like,
Yeah.
what does that mean for like the quantity that you purchased?
Yeah. So say you go out and you purchase 400 of these calculators. All right. Um, you go create a voucher. You could go create 40 vouchers for your calculator. All right. And you can come back to the group and you can create 40 vouchers and say, hey, I'm giving away 40 of these calculators today. Go grab your voucher and
Okay.
go buy this calculator for free, right? And they're free vouchers. You're going to give it to them for free. Okay? You're just going to give product
Yep.
away for
Okay.
free as a cost of doing business to leverage the power of the 5-star review. And then we'll all grab your voucher. we'll go buy these calculators, we'll exhaust your vouchers, right? And then you're going to go in and we're going to pound you with 40 5-star reviews. So immediately overnight, you probably haven't sold calculator one yet because you just got the first thing you want to do when your product comes into Amazon's inventory, right? It's in their warehouse and everything's set up and you're officially open for business. One of the first things you want to do is go create a bunch of free vouchers and give them away, right? So people can grab them, use them, and then pound you with 5-star reviews. So basically overnight, you're going to get 40 5-star reviews where it may take people 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 months to get 40 5-star reviews. You're going to get them in like a day.
All right, yeah, to explain that. Thanks.
Yeah, man. Does that make?
Because I was confused before how you said it. You were like, I just thought you were giving out like, since you like mentioned the number of like students within the group, I thought you said like 140 of these vouchers, and then I was just confused because like before we talked about like say you only got 600 units, and then you gave out 300. That's why I was confused.
Yeah, no, yeah. That's okay, man.
All
It's
right.
all good.
Yeah, you cleaned it up.
Yep. So you can create as many vouchers as you want. You don't have to go give away. If you
Okay.
get 400 calculators, you don't want to go give away 300 for free.
No. Yeah.
No, you're only going to want it. You're just going to want to get a little boost, like a little nitrous in the gas tank, right? Just go give some away for free and get the motor running. Get the wheels greased.
Mhm.
So yeah, you don't have to give away crap loads. You just give away however many that you want based on the formula that you're seeing. You may see a whole bunch of other people selling calculators that only have 25-star reviews. So maybe you only give away 30 or 40, to start. And you're just gonna. But the
Okay.
point I'm trying to make is you're gonna leapfrog over those guys in one night. What may have taken them 5, 6,
Mhm.
7, 8 months to do. Cool.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, man. Um, let's see. So, anything else, man? Any other questions?
Um, no, I think for now, I'll read through everything and then, no, I don't have any questions right now.
Okay, man.
Looking,
All right.
looking through. Oh yeah, I actually have one question. So, all right, where was the resources that you can't like take anything else from like, or no, that's not it. The knowledge. So say like you implement like, no, I guess that is with the UPS, like, because Amazon's big with the books and like, say you get like a good deal on books, you're just not sourcing from China. How would that like work within like group if you're not just like specifically private labeling, like,
Yeah.
and making like put on your own logo and something like that?
Yeah. We're gonna. You can sell whatever you want, right? We're gonna teach you the formula to
Okay.
look for to assess products that meet the formula. We know that you're gonna have a very strong chance that you're gonna move a lot of product if you find products that meet the formula. It's totally up to you what you want to do. Like I don't source stuff from China right now. I sell a lot of supplements. So all of my stuff's manufactured here in the United States. But I still private
Okay.
label it. It's my stuff. Like I go to a factory, I buy their omega-3 fish oil, but I put my label on it. So it's Doug Westmoreland's fish oil, right? I call it
Mhm.
something. But I do private label it, but they have stuff that's already on the shelf that's stocked. So if I do research and go, man, I think I can dominate and make some money with an omega-3 fish oil, then I'll go to a factory, I'll find out what different blends of fish oil that they have, and I'll pick one that I like, and then I'll put my label on it, and then they put my label on it, they private label it, right? They white label it, and then I rank it, I get it put into Amazon's platform, and I start selling it as my own fish oil. Um,
Okay.
so if you wanted to sell something else, like a book or something like that, I haven't really heard of anybody doing that. But if you see something, go for it. We're going to teach you really to strongly consider private labeling your own stuff from China because
Okay.
it's so cheap
Yeah.
and you can get great margins. And we've got our own team over there. But if you wanted to do nutraceuticals or supplements, you definitely could. And we're going to hook you up with our manufacturers, here in the United States. So, if you're into supplementation and diet and all that kind of stuff, and you like supplements, and that's a business that you want to go into and do research on, we're going to give you our manufacturers here in the United States that do all of our supplements. Mike and Matthew do supplements too. Um, so you can get stuff done here in the United States. You don't have to go through China, but that's just one example. Make sense?
Yep, that makes sense.
Yeah, and in China, like if you find a good deal on, like, I think they use the example of wine aerators. So you may find wine aerators that are for sale on Amazon, and you're going to find manufacturers of those exact wine aerators in China. You just slap your own brand name on it, and now they're Austin Greene's wine aerators, right? So you're going to put your own
Yep.
logo on there, and they're now your wine aerator that you own, your brand. That's what we're going to teach you and highly encourage you to do and look for.
All right.
Yep, yep. Any other questions, man?
Um. mm, mm, no, I'm just looking through now. So maybe more about like the investment part, like how you're talking about you need a couple grand. So like you
Mhm.
think like the six mark is like a decent spot to like start with?
Man, I think you can get into this game all day long with $2,000.
Oh,
Two
2000?
two to 3,000 in your first round of inventory, you're in the game, man.
Okay.
If you did
All
three
right.
grand, you'd be able to start with two products at $2.50. You'd have 600 items, right, of each one, like the example that I went through during the ROI section of
Yep.
our call. So for 3 grand, you could have 600 units on the shelf of something that you buy for $2.50 that you're selling for 25 bucks. You're in the game, bro. And we highly encourage you to start with one, two if you want to, but you don't need to do any more than two because you're just learning, right? Then let those two products start earning you profits and making you money, and then you use the profits to scale to products 3 and 4. Now you've got 4 products going that are all making profit and sales. Now you use those profits to scale into products 5 and 6. Then you use those profits to scale into items 7 and 8. And you let the business self-fund itself. That's why I told you don't touch any of your profits for the first 6 months because you want to let the business self-fund itself, right? Let the
Yep.
business build. Start with one or two, take the profits from the business, right? Let them generate their own profits and then invest those profits into products 3 and 4. So you're in the game all day long, man, with 3 grand. You're in the game. I just don't know what you're going to pick. Are you going to pick a $3 product to sell for 30, or are you going to pick a $5 product or a $6 product? It just depends on what you find. But 3 grand, man, should get you in the game. 2 to 3 grand, Austin, you're in the game, bro, and you're rolling.
All right.
You know, but obviously, on top of your resources to fund your first product, which is 2 to 3 grand, there's also a tuition that needs to be discussed. I mean, there's a
Yeah.
tuition
How?
to
So.
bring Mike and Matthew into your life for 3 months.
Yep.
So the tuition, man, for all
So.
of those things that I described, the video training modules, access to the live weekly webinars, right? The reactive coaching where you get to pick up the phone and call Mike and Matt unlimited for 3 months, 12 weeks. You get to pound these guys with questions for 3 months, right? That's included in the tuition. You get those product consult calls with Alex. That's all included. You get access to the Facebook mastermind group with all those free vouchers to pound you with reviews. You get access to all of our vendors. All of that stuff, Austin, is yours to keep forever. All right, for the cost of your tuition. All of that's yours for the rest of your natural born life and your partners, right, and your business partners. The only thing that goes away is the reactive coaching after 3 months. You don't have the ability to pound Mike and Matthew with 10 questions a week, into month 4 and 5. All right, that ends at month 3. Okay.
Okay.
But the cost for the tuition is a one-time payment of $4,997. So if you guys have 6 to 10 squirreled away, dude, you're all into this deal with no problem.
Could you $4,970? You said
$4,997.
97. Okay, I just wanted to write it down to make sure. So
Yep.
yeah, okay.
Um,
Cost one time payment.
so for, $7 grand, you're in the game, man. And you guys have
Mhm.
6 to 10. And remember, that's why I spend so much time, man, on the ROI. Remember, if you did 4 products, right? If you did 4 products that only did 3 orders per day, you're going to put about $50,000 in your pocket in your first year. You think you're going to be able to afford your tuition, pay yourself back?
Yeah, I think so.
100%, man. So my only
100%.
question,
Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind.
yeah, dude, 3 orders per day is nothing, man. Again, that's why I say it till I'm blue in the face. If you don't think that we can help you do 3 orders per day, we should just hang up the phone. I really mean that. 3 orders per day, there's a lot of money there. Remember, 5 orders per day is more on average, so you're going to make way more than 50 grand in your first year. So this is a drop in the bucket. You already have it squirreled away. So my only question to you guys, I don't know, I don't know what your partner's deal is, but do you want to take one of the last seats in this class that starts next week?
Yeah, I would like to.
All right, man. What do you have to do? Or do you have to talk to your partner? Are you ready to go into the
Yeah, I
program
just
right
have to give
now?
him a call. I probably just have to give him a call and figure out like if he wants to just split this in half, like, cause I'm not sure, like, 'cause he owns like a business like right now,
Hmm.
so I'm not sure like he'll be able to commit like to like the work, but I'm not sure how much like I don't want I don't want the rules to get broken just because of him, but like I would be pretty much telling him like all like the stuff to watch, or like he would be signing up for it too.
Yeah, I mean, you
Like I
could,
just need, I think, cause like it would be split in half, so it'd be, I was 2,497 divided by 2, so it'd be 2,498 each.
correct.
So,
Yeah,
yeah, that shouldn't be an issue.
2,498.50 each
Yep, 50.
is what you guys would need to come in with, and you're both in. We'll give you both usernames and passwords. I mean, we'll give you 2 welcome
Okay.
emails, right? Both of you guys can attend the webinars. Both of you guys can ask Mike and Matthew questions. You both get access to everything. It's 100% in our rules. You're not breaking any rules whatsoever. Um, you both have you're more. We get business partners all the time. It's a smart.
Okay.
I have a
Just 'cause
business.
like,
I have a
I
business
don't,
partner in one of mine.
all right. Because I didn't want to like, I wasn't, it is like, everything's like a risk every day. You risk something. So like, I didn't want to, if I were to just go in this by myself and like, I know this kid, I know he knows like how to run a business, like a store, like I'd work there with
Mhm.
him. So I thought he'd be like a good person to start with. So I just wanted to make sure that, because we talked about this, I told him like that, like I found, like I showed him the podcast, and then like I was telling him that I was just waiting for like an email and a call back, and he said that that was fine, and he was willing to run with it.
Right on. Well, call him up right now, man, and tell him what the cost of tuition is and that you're running with it, and call me back here in just a little while, and let's get you guys going.
All right, I actually go into work at 5, so would I be able to give you a call like around then, and then
Yeah.
give you the answer so I could?
Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah, give me a call. Call me on, this is my private cell phone number. Let me give it to you. All right. It's 940
940
231
231
4862.
4862. Okay. So yeah, I'll be calling you back for sure.
All right, my man. Yeah, call me. What do you think? Just so I can expect you 5:30. That's 4:30 my time. So what do you think about like 6 o'clock your time or something like that? You think you guys will have an
Yeah,
answer?
around 6 o'clock my time, maybe little earlier.
Okay, man. I'll have my cell phone on
All
me,
right.
man. Give me a shout. I'll be at my. I'll
All right.
probably. Yeah, I'll just be wrapping up my day, man, around that time. So give me a shout.
All right. Thanks a lot.
All right,
Thank you.
Austin. Yeah, buddy.
I'll give you a call. We'll be in touch.
Okay, my man.
All right.
We'll see
Have a
you,
great
bro.
day.
You too, buddy.